So this is free talking, thinking about as I go men's infatuation with women and how this infatuation, which is nature doing its thing to get more people in the world, it weakens men, it makes men vulnerable because in a sense men are like drug addicts, where women are the drug and men are dependent on women, a destiny, a reason for living. Life is essentially all about hooking up with a woman and having sex and thence babies. I think fairly obviously this makes men dependent on women in the same way as a drug addict is dependent on his chosen drug. And this dependency is not healthy for men. I'm thinking right now that men need to get control of this behavior, this fixation on women, and reduce the priority of a woman in life. Now, I think fairly obviously nature has decided how things should be, and men are fixated on women as a result. So it's not an easy thing to try and tackle, try and reduce its significance. But I'm thinking that other priorities in life need to be enhanced. We need to focus on other things than women. When I think of my younger years, I think it's fair to say that a relationship with a woman, achieving sex, was the ultimate priority. I don't know whether to describe it as luck or whatever, but I did find other things in life that were very gripping to me and took a lot of my time, attention, and energy. I got into taekwondo, for example. I got into video filmmaking on men's rights issues. Um, I can't remember right now, but I think that was something else. But the point I'm making is that I directed my energy towards other activities rather than just achieving sex with women. Women had less of a priority in my life than it would otherwise be the case if I hadn't got into filmmaking, if I hadn't got into taekwondo. So in other words, what I'm doing is I'm recommending to men to try and make sure that you have activities in your life that take your attention, your time, your energy, your focus, so that it isn't all about women and sex in a relationship. That is not healthy, and it leads to all kinds of mistakes being made, and it makes a man vulnerable to being abused, basically, to being taken advantage of. So I'm thinking men should make sure that they have priorities in life other than women. So whoever you are out there, make sure there's something in life that you do, that you focus on, that's important to you. It could be a sport, some other kind of social activity. It could be writing. It could be film going. It could be all manner of things that can take your time, attention, your focus. Because focusing on women and relationships is not a healthy route to take. You shouldn't go that way. It does, it, focusing on women does expose a man to abuse, basically, to having his destiny change to be negative. A man should seek to himself first, find his own activities that he wants to enjoy, and put his time and attention into. It is important to be doing something with your life. Try not to just amble along in life, not doing anything. Focus on something. In my life, for example, I'm not suggesting I'm some kind of good way to be. I'm just saying what I found useful in my life. I was into table tennis at one point. I was big time into table tennis and did league table tennis and competitions and all that. And it was really worthwhile using my time. I got into taekwondo as well. I got into filmmaking, film documentary making on misandry, on men and women and feminism and all that business. So I had projects, in other words, to devote time and energy. And it's very worthwhile, and it reduced my dependence on women and relationships and whatever. So sex had less of a priority in my life than would otherwise be the case. I strongly recommend to men to reduce the priority of sex in life because it exposes a man to all kinds of problems in his life and abuse. And I've made a documentary about this called ManWomanMyth and put that on YouTube so it's available. And there's so many subjects covered, and I recommend to watch it or whatever interests you because it's very worthwhile and it shows what the problem is for men in society. And it's down to a fixation on women, a dependence on women, an unhealthy addiction to women, in the same way as if women were like cocaine. Men are addicted to women, and all the problems associated with addiction come to the fore as a result. And men need to reduce that, tackle that. It's very important for men to control their destiny by taking control of themselves and choosing their priorities in life properly. And it's not healthy for men to make women the priority in life, the pursuit of women. It's simply not healthy. And as I said, I've covered a range of issues in the Man Woman Myth documentary. And I recommend to men to watch it to understand what I'm talking about and the range of issues that are covered. Men need to defend themselves more and see to themselves more. It's very worthwhile and it's definitely necessary.